say so because personally, on weekly basis. I recharge my teachers, those in charge.
If we are saying that it's not the same thing, it cannot be now pay for something that it's giving you quality.
I can answer that question, ma.
Okay.
Because from butchery, don't use the language. What they actually collect is meager, so collect as low as 5,000 naira.
No, but some schools actually are demanding for fees.
I don't know of that.
Okay.
But what I know is that
I agree with you. Some schools are demanding for fees, and that didn't go down well with me and many others like me.
Okay.
I think they should put themselves in the position of the parents and know that it is not realistic. You can't demand for school fees because you have done 2 days online class for your learners in a week. And so you've done, the moment they, like in some schools now, they do online today, they push account number to you to go and pay fees. I know it is quite challenging for everybody, but not that you will tell me that the child should pay school fees for which term? Is it second term or third term? So they like me, I said that's a big question that is trying to answer.
Sorry, if I will be permitted just for 1 second, okay. I want to use this medium to appeal to the because this is Delta State, Delta State government to look towards the angle of private schools. Like the public schools, some of them are even praying. Some of them are praying that the coronavirus should continue because more ends they'll get their salaries. Private schools, we are dying.
Okay.
Government is palliative. I'm talking about palliative for private schools.
Okay. Maybe grants and loans.
Yes.
And that.
Yes.
Right. The government should give loans, free of interest-free loan to school owners. Local government education.
Is it possible for Delta State to resume without the other schools of the federation? Yes or no?
No.
See,
no.
I will say yes.
Okay, all right, let's leave it at that. Thank you so much.
You didn't get the question.
Is it possible? You said yes.
Yes,
It's possible.
It's possible.
Okay.
All right. We need to come back because we are definitely out of time here. We have another program coming up right on the air. Thank you so very much, Origo Richard Omajiwa, Head of Department Planning, Research and Statistics, Local Government Education Authority of Rerupe. Thanks for coming. Mrs. Obi Rose, Chairman, National Association of Proprietors of Private. Thank you, ma'am, for coming. Always a delight having you. And of course, Dr. Akpeme Ochiko, proprietor of schools, as well as the president of National Association of Proprietors of Private Schools, South, in charge of 6 states.
Yes.
That's it. So this is why we call it a wrap on the segment for today, talking education, post-COVID issues that it affects education. We'll definitely, hopefully, have a continuation of this topic some other time. This is also where we'll call it a wrap on the program for today. Thank you so very much for being a part of it. From the entire crew, it's bye-bye, and do stay tuned for our long distance learning. Good morning.
Now let's look at what we mean by consumer rights and responsibility. First of all, who is a consumer? We can say that the consumer is the end user. The person that buys the commodity, does not sell it, it's not for another production, but the end user. That means it's an individual who buys products or service for his or personal use and not for manufacturing purpose or for resale purpose. So when you buy a commodity, as probably you went to the market, you bought fish, and you're not using the fish to make meat pie or any other thing. You are eating it, but you're not using the fish to make meat pie for sale, retail. You are the end user. You are eating it. You are using it for your personal use. So you are a consumer, somebody that takes it. So we said consumers have rights. What are the rights of this consumer? Now let's look at the consumer's rights. There are 8 universal rights of a consumer. We are going to look into them. First, we have the right to basic needs. These include adequate food, clothing, shelter, healthcare, education, and sanitation. The consumer has the following right before making any purchase. Before a consumer should make any purchase, you have to do some setting there. There are some rights you should know. 1, prioritize your needs. What are your needs? Are you to buy? Remember that in economics we have everything they call scale of preference. Put out your scale of preference. If you are going to, probably you want to buy something. Which one is more important for you? Which one do you need most? Is it because you want to buy it for pleasure, or you want to buy it because it's important? So one of your rights is that you must prioritize your need. Then look for quality, not quantity. These days people go for quality. They go for quantity because of the economic situation in our country. But let me tell you, it is very wrong. As a consumer, you should go for the quality, not the quantity. Probably if you want to buy meat, don't say because I want to buy meat, I'm going to buy more, whatever that is cheap. Go for the one that you know is good and of good quality. Be quality conscious, not brand conscious. Don't look at the name of the brand, but buy that which is quality. Some brand name you may want to buy some things because of the brand, but it is very wrong. You should buy it because of the quality it contains. So that is one of the rights of a consumer. Then secondly, right to safety. This is the right to be protected against marketing of fake and hazardous products or services. For a consumer to enjoy this right, there are some certain things you must do as a consumer. For you not to fall a victim of buying fake products because of the marketing strategy. So there are some certain things you must do as a consumer. And one of that is that read all product label and manual before using a particular item. For instance, you bought a cream. You should endeavor to read the cream, the components of the cream. What is it made of? What are inside the cream? Are those ones good for your body? And ensure to read those things before you buy your product. Then, secondly, if you are not sure of that particular, you are not sure of it, you have the right to ask the people that are selling it, how is this product? How effective is it? This is what I want to use it for. Is it going to be effective for me? Yes or no? You have the right to ask. Or you may even ask someone that has used it before, the effect it will have on you. Probably you are buying a product to use at home. Please ensure to ask if you are not so sure of it. Then, third, ask for sample if you are buying a particular. This always comes with perfumes. For instance, you are buying perfume and you have not used it before. And most perfumes are sealed. They should be. I want to buy this perfume. Can I have a sample of it? Most of they have their samples. So it's your right to ask for a sample of a particular product. Then always look out for the warning sign on the label. There's always a warning sign. Most of them they write not for this. They are all sign. Ensure to read the warning sign and look for the instruction. These are the right to safety. Now let's look at what rights. We said right to choose. Right to choose. Discuss price before you buy a product or sign a contract. It is very, very important. Before you buy a product, discuss your price. How much are you giving me? What is the benefit? What is your cost price? And if you are selling the product, mind you are talking about consumer, you are not selling this product, you are using it. What is it for you? What is the variation? What is your profit? What is the value of that product for you? So if you are going to buy a product, discuss the price before signing or buying a product. After they've wrapped it for you, start asking the price. How much is it? No. As a consumer, it's your right to ask how much a price is. Negotiate your price up to the extent at which you want to buy it before you buy your product. Now, number 2, we said read the manual carefully. It will help you to compare with other products. You want to buy a product and you know they have variety of it. They have other brands. They have other companies that produce that same product. It is good for you to read the content, read the manual of that product, understand it and compare it, because it's when you read a particular product, you'll be able to compare with another product. You cannot compare in vague, so you must always take your time to read a particular product with other ones before buying your product. For instance, you go into a shop and they have variety of different brands. Take your time, look at this brand, read it. Take the other brand, read it. What are the differences? What are the similarities? How is it going to be useful for you? If product testers are available, be sure to try one. This shop you want to buy, you see those people that are carrying CDs, they are selling CDs. You want to buy a CD, you just buy it without even looking at it. Then when you kind of fake background, try that product. If they have the tester, let them test the one that they have for you. And it's always good, that one that they tested for you that is good, that should be the one you collect. If you go and collect another one after testing the one that is good for you, you may fall a victim of buying the fake one. So it's always good, it's alright to ask for a product to be tested before you buy it. Then beware of special price offer, like buy one get one free. Most times you are buying that one, you are getting free, you're already paying the price for it. You may not know because you think it's an offer. They are telling me if I buy one for 500 naira, if I buy 2 for 500 free, probably that one you're already buying is something that you've already paid for. Nothing is free. So always ensure, beware of a special price offer. Now let's look at the 5th right. We said right of representation to be heard. Right of representation to be heard. Consumers have the right to express their interests and view through organized groups such as trade unions. You have your right. If you're not satisfied with a product and you know you're constantly using that product, you are not satisfied with it, you have the right to write to the manufacturer, you have the right to write to the producer. This product, that is where we have public complaints. We have public complaint box. If you go to the company, there's public complaint. Write what you are not satisfied about and drop it in their box, and probably suggestions also. Then attend public meeting or hearing where consumer issues are being discussed. When you attend issues, you'll be aware of a particular product. So these are your rights. Now let's look at the 6th right. We said right to redress. This is the right to be compensated for misrepresentation or shady goods and unsatisfactory. You read it, you were misinformed. You were not properly informed because the information that was given about that particular product was not real, and you believed the product and you asked the question and they gave you the guarantee, the warranty that that product will be useful. Then you now find out that that product is not useful. You have the rights for redress. In that case, they have the right to either compensate you or renew that particular product you have got. Now, if you bought a defective or faulty product, you have the right to go back to the consumer center for a refund or a rechange. You make your complaint. You don't have to be violent about it. You come to the office, return it, and tell them what happened because you are under a warranty. Then secondly, you can ask for a replacement, refund, or have the item repaired for you if possible. If that item is something that they can repair, for instance, you bought a phone and you have a warranty for that phone to use it for probably a year before you start developing, you start having a factory fault, and you now discover that that phone has factory faults. From the manner, it was not the same, the function is not the same. You have the right to take it back. If the company has the ability to repair it, they may give you some time to come back for them to repair it. It's your right as a consumer. You have that right to go back and be compensated or refund, or they change the product for you. Then bring your complaint to the responsible agency if the management refuses to act on your complaint, such as the Consumer Protection Council or Standard Organization of Nigeria. This is a very lengthy process for a consumer, we understand that. But if you take your time, probably you bought a phone of high quality for a higher price and you're not enjoying it, you can't just leave your money like that. What you need to do, you have complained to the company, you went to the customer care, probably the management refused to attend to you. You have the right as a consumer to address your complaint to this Consumer Protection Council, stating your problem, your complaint, then bring your receipt of purchase and whatever the warranty you have signed. You have the right as a consumer to write to the Consumer Council. Then now let's look at the seventh right. Right to consumer education. This is the right to acquire knowledge and skill. Be informed as a consumer. As a consumer, you have the right to learn so many things about some certain products. You can't just depend on your different knowledge. You get information from people, you get information from books, you get information from the media. These are all your rights. You have the right to be educated about it. For instance, if a particular telecommunication wants to launch a particular product, they will come on air educating you of the new product they are going to launch. So it is your right to receive such product. They can't just impose any product into the market without educating the people about that new particular product. Then, now, what are those rights under this consumer education? It is your right of a consumer to have this various education. Read and be educated on how to get the best value for their product. Don't just neglect the pamphlet. Probably there are some pamphlets that will be sent across. A product is being launched into the market. There are some pamphlets that the road shows, they'll give you some pamphlets. Those pamphlets are not just there. They are for you to know the various products that are being launched and how you are going to benefit from it. So as a consumer, it is your right for this education. For before a product is launched, they have to educate you, the consumer, the public, so that they will know how to use it and the effectiveness and the usefulness of that product. Then participate in seminars, conferences, public hearings conducted by government or agencies. There are various agencies, NGOs, that will come out and give you some talks on a particular product. So endeavor as a consumer to listen to them. Don't say it's not my business. What is it? One day you may need that particular product and that information may have already passed you. So as a consumer, always listen to any products that are being launched. Listen to the important and the information given. Then, right to healthy environment. It is the right of every consumer to live in a very healthy environment. You don't say because you are a producer, you want to produce a particular product, you put the health of the citizen or the health of those people living in that. It is your right as a consumer, even if you are using that product, the process of producing that product should not affect you as a. Now, we said right to healthy environment. This is the right of a consumer to live and work in which permits life of dignity and well-being. Like what we told you before, it is your right. Don't stay in an environment that is harmful. Even let's take for instance, somebody is having a very large poultry farm in your area to eat out of that chicken. Probably one day you go and buy it. The person that is running that farm should not take care of the environment. He should try as much as possible to clean the environment, to make that place not to be, so that there will not too much air pollution. It is your right to live in a healthy environment. Then, now let's look at it. Beware and do not be a part of the kind of pollution occurring in your locality. Pollution. Don't be part of it. As a consumer, try as much as possible to stay out of polluting the air or the water. Don't say because you want to kill your chicken. After killing your chicken, you pour the water on the gutter or you dispose the waste on the road. Don't be such a consumer. You have to be environmental friendly so that you would be able to address the problem. Then, do your share in caring for your environment. Recycle your products. If you have your waste, if it's recyclable, throw your waste properly so that you will not be part of it. So all these are the various rights. Now let's look at the responsibility of the consumer. These are the actions that consumers should take to protect their interests. What are your responsibilities? One, we said be aware. The consumer should be aware of what he or she is buying. It is your responsibility to be aware. Know the content, read the instruction. You shouldn't buy a product because people are buying it. You should buy a product because you know you want it. Buy a product that you, after access is your responsibility. Don't buy a product because people are buying it. You don't have to do that. Then demand and keep proof of transaction. After buying a product, you should keep your proof of transaction. Take for instance somebody that went to the market to buy the vehicle engine. You bought your vehicle engine. Definitely before you buy the engine number inside your receipt, try as much as possible to keep that receipt, because if there is time for and if there is need for return, you need that receipt to prove as a proof of purchase that you actually bought that product from that shop. So always demand for proof of purchase and keep the purchase very well. And before you buy a product, it is the responsibility of the try as much as possible to ask for if you have paid and if it has been delivered.